Thanks, guys. CBC hockey manager and CSN commentator Jack Hummel here. I think we're in for a great matchup tonight between these two MCC rivals, the undefeated CBC Cadets against the St. Louis U High Junior Billikens. Last time these two teams faced off was just a few weeks ago on the 23rd of December. That proved to be a close 2-1 win by CBC. Joe Staley took 14 shots, making 13 saves, allowing only one. Andy McGlynn, making the most out of his chances, scored off of a power play goal from senior Ryan Krogan, soon followed by a third-period goal from senior captain Joey Lupo. Both of these teams certainly have some history, and the immediate thought for most is last year's state final. Before the game, I sat down and talked with head coach John Jost, and he stressed the importance of the team's focus tonight as playoffs soon approach. He ensures us we're in for a great game tonight. Personally, I think CBC needs a strong start. They need to come out quick, fast, and get the first goal as early as possible. I think we're in for a great game tonight from the first puck drop, and it's going to be an exciting one to watch. I'm looking forward to it. Back to you in the booth, Tommy.
And there is the end of the period. CBC leads 1-0, and here is our sideline reporter, Jack Hummel.
Well, Tommy, it's certainly the start CBC was looking for here. Very physical from the first puck drop. First of all, we had Staley with a huge save at 11:45. Obviously, it was a chippy first period for CBC. Bell had the goal that was called back for high sticking. Sitting here from my view, I can see Coach Staub and Coach Jost. They were constantly promoting blue line to blue line offense and defense for the CBC Cadets. I think that's going to be a huge thing we have now that we do have a lead. Glenn Ryan had one right off the post at 3:30. We could have easily had a chance there along with others. If you look at the shots on goal, CBC leads 18-3. I think that itself shows the CBC quote-unquote powerhouse offense that they've been promoting the entire season. And obviously, the big story of this period was Pfizer with the goal at 2:30. Very composed. CBC kept their composure the entire period, and I think that's what CBC needs in order to continue and keeping this lead. It'll be an interesting second period, and we look forward to it. Back to you guys. Well, Tommy, that was certainly an excellent finish by senior David Hibbard off of junior Josh Bell. So far this period, it's been extremely chippy. Definitely just as physical, if not even more physical than the first. Obviously, CBC needs to really emphasize on their composure for the remainder of this period. SLUH's the type of team in this game, they're down one goal. They're going to try to get in your head, try to throw you off your game, and CBC's got to stick to their composure and play the game they know how to play. They fought through that four-man power play, and, they got to continue to keep their composure. So we'll see. Back to you guys.
Jack Hummel here for a little bit of side.
Thanks, Tommy. Well, CBC left the back door open for SLUH there, leaving Lockwood open to put the score at 2-1. CBC was not happy. Josh Bell stepped up and surely answered there, scoring with just under 21 seconds remaining in the period. Josh Bell has 14 goals on the season. He's a junior. He's definitely a leader inside the locker room, on the ice, and off the ice. And he stepped up well for CBC, and that's what it's going to take this third period to really hold that lead for CBC. They're going to count on keeping their composure and maintaining this 3-1 lead, if not getting a better advantage. So it'll be interesting to see how well we do this third period. Back to you guys. Thanks, Tommy. Well, we certainly saw the CBC crowd backing up the Cadets in this third period. We had an early goal by Rushoff, his 13th of the season. CBC slowed down in the second period, but you can imagine Coach Jost fired him up in between the second and third. We saw CBC compose, working the puck around, and resulted in a Rushoff to Lupo finish to put the Cadets at 5-1. We've had plenty of opportunities late in this third period. It'll be interesting to see how they finish this thing. Back to you guys.
Before we make our closing comments, we're going to have some closing comments from the bench with Jack Hummel.
Thanks, Tommy. My closing remarks from the bench. Overall, I thought a really great performance from the CBC Cadets tonight. Obviously, it's senior night. You're playing a team like SLUH. You have an arch rivalry, since everyone can remember. You lost to them in the state final last year in a heartbreaking loss. Obviously, it's a great feeling to leave not only this game, but this season as an undefeated team, and to finish off at a game with a 5-1 win against SLUH High School, I think is great. We had two great early goals from Pfizer and Hibbard, just the way that Coach Jost wanted to start, an early goal, and we got two of them. Bell had an absolute blast of a shot. For his 15th of the season was great. Rushoff and Lupo scored their 13th and 14th. You know, they should feel confident after entering playoffs next week. You know, with not only an undefeated season, but coming off of a big win like tonight, I think it's great. They picked it up in the third after a somewhat of a slow second period. Overall, I think you're the only team still undefeated in mid-states. It's a great feeling. These guys should be happy, especially these seniors. It's a great night for these guys. I myself, as a manager, I'm extremely happy and pleased with this performance tonight. Back to you guys. Jack Hummel signing off.